So what is self-love? We see so many memes, posts, blogs. Self-love, self-love, self-love. Learn to love yourself. Love yourself first. Before you can love anybody else, you gotta love yourself. What is self-love? Which self are we talking about? Are we talking about my historical ego, my memories? Are we talking about my body, your body? Are we talking about something transcendent? What is self-love? Take a deep breath. Slowly exhale, thinking intention out the soles of your feet into the earth. Take one more big one like that. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath for a moment. Melt your shoulders away from your ears. Soften the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands like you're opening fists with your mind. Exhale slowly, letting go of another layer of thinking and tension into the earth. Self-love. My goodness, I would say this has been at least over a 30-year study for me, in practices, in private sessions with many facilitators, retreats, sometimes crying, sometimes pounding my head against the wall, trying to figure out what the heck is self-love and how will I achieve it. I know what self-love is, provisionally. And each day I practice to deepen it, widen it. Let's start with acceptance, because love is sometimes a big stretch, isn't it, for us? You know, we have a mood or a moment or see something in the news or check the bank balance and mind gets a little contracted or a lot contracted. So self-love seems far away. Love seems far away. Can I accept how I'm feeling right now? To include how my body is feeling, the sensations, ease or tension, pain or freedom, easy digestion, rough digestion. Can I accept how my body is feeling? Can I allow my body to feel the way it's feeling? I'm not saying I have to like it. I'm not saying I have to love it. Can I just accept that this is what's so in the moment? Do this now with me. Can you just scan your body, allow it to be exactly the way that it is and the way it is not? Can you allow that? Since it is that way. Good. This is a flavor, a beginning of self-love. So start with the body. It's the first reality. Next, emotions. Can I do the same thing with whatever emotions are playing through my nervous system? Can I allow them to be? Without a story. Without a story. This is key in my study of self-love. Self-love doesn't need a story. So I'm starting with accepting and allowing my body and now my emotions to be as they are. When I stop resisting, flow begins to expand. When I stop resisting, flow begins to expand. And I continue to breathe deeply and slowly. So what is the self? If we're going to keep extending deeper and deeper into self-love, what is the self we're speaking about? Well, we all have a history. Some of it we remember, some of it we don't. And very often when we're not in self-love, we can use memories of having felt badly. We can use those memories to tell ourselves mean things, unkind things. Oh, you'll never be good at sports. Oh, you can't create or paint. That's your sister. You're not the creative one. Do you know about introjections? You might know about projections. Do you know about introjections? Projection is when we project onto another either qualities about ourselves that are awesome that we are dissociated from, so we see this other and put them on a pedestal. Or we can project our negative qualities, you know, oh, they're so angry, and not see our own. So those are projections. Introjections are voices that we took in at a previous stage in life from another and internalized, and it's become our sense of our own true inner voice. It's not, but it's become our sense of our own true inner voice. So the idea, oh, your sister's the creative one, not you. Or You're not strong enough to do X, Y, and Z, or tall enough, or short enough, or wide enough, or thin enough, or male enough, or female enough, or intersex enough, or whatever. Too much this, not enough that. That's what that voice likes to do, doesn't it? Have you noticed? You're too much this, not enough that. And once you're in the right balance of this and that, then you're worthy of love. Bullshit. You are fully and completely and already and always worthy of supreme love and human love, simply because you exist. And you and I both have character defects that we can work to heal, work to grow, work to transmute, alchemize, that make us easier to be around. I can get hangry when my blood sugar drops. You know, hungry, angry, hangry? Just in case you're watching this from a country that doesn't have that slang, although you have it in your own language. So I can get a little hangry. I work on that. I work on my patience. I can get impatient in the car getting from A to B when I'm behind a Prius or another electric car. It seems like electric car drivers may have forgotten there's an accelerator pedal. So I work on compassion and patience in those areas, and others too. So we can all use a little improvement, but it doesn't mean that when I catch myself in the car saying something out loud about a driver in front of me, it doesn't mean I've lost my worthiness, or you've lost your worthiness of being loved fully and completely as we are. How do I get here? Well, the path that I walk and the path that I teach of Tantra teaches that one essential energy has become everything in existence temporarily. Flowers, trees, plants, brands, companies, humans, animals, fish, mosquitoes. One supreme energy is manifesting as all forms temporarily without losing any of its original power. Chittahi Swatantra Vishvasurihetuhu is the sutra from the Pratyabhijna Hridayam. Chittahi Swatantra Vishvasurihetuhu. One consciousness has become all of this. And that consciousness is you and I. Ram Dass, the famous spiritual teacher, would say, we're all just God in drag. I've borrowed it and say it a lot too. We're all just God in drag. Drag, what is drag? Drag is a costume, like a Halloween costume or a Mardi Gras costume, yeah? You're wearing a costume. I'm wearing the costume of Scott. You're wearing the costume of Sally and Fred and Janandaya. But you're God in costume. Having temporarily forgotten your nature as the infinite, basically hypnotized into feeling like you're this one particular person with a particular age, height, weight, race, preferences, aversions, things you've done right, things you've done wrong, things you're good at, things you suck at. These are all just stories. Meanwhile, you are God, goddess in drag, in costume, as this particular person. And the practices of meditation, the practices of empowered mantra, the practices of contemplation and inquiry are meant to reveal to us this essential truth. Not just to give us some club to belong to on Tuesday nights for the rest of our lives, but to actually wake us up to our true nature. And then to use that wakefulness to dissolve old, untrue thought forms and tension patterns from out of our nervous system to see life and reality more as it is. Love is the whole story. So this is one way into perceiving the road to self-love. Eventually, and this is my practice now, I can think love, and in the same way that the sun radiates my skin and body with heat and light when I stand outside in it, I can irradiate my own body, nervous system, subtle body, with love. And this is my practice, and I'm inviting you into this practice. So let's go back to the very beginning of our talk today. Acceptance. When you're not able to touch love, start with accepting how you are feeling, then stair-step your way into love. The next step after acceptance is compassion. Is there anybody in your life, living or dead, that if you knew they were having the same kind of predicament or discomfort or suffering you're having currently, that you could have compassion for them? Then begin to feel compassion. Remember, compassion is not empathy. Compassion is neutral. Compassion is love without a story and has acceptance in it. As you begin to feel compassion, you can stair-step into love. You can use the same mechanism to get to love. Is there anybody in your life? I find small children, especially one's own, are a great memory to use to invoke the felt sense of love. Animals that we've personally cared for and had a relationship. Places in nature we've personally been to and been touched by. Romance is a little tricky because we may have some other wonky memories tied into the memory of loving the person. So get a memory right now of somebody, some place, some animal that you felt deep love for until you begin to feel the presence of love. Let the story or idea of the person, place, or animal go. Breathe into the love. And just imagine, like the sun itself, you're irradiating this force of love through and around your whole body, through your bones, through your breath and lungs, through your digestive system, through your elimination organs, through the brain, through the heart. As that gets stronger and stronger, let it fill the room you're in. Really and truly, make it up that it's easy. Let it fill the room you're in and let it bounce off the walls. What might your life be like this week if you practice this regularly? At least once a day for like 20 minutes to sit in intentional love. The more we touch love, the easier it is to outgrow things about us that don't work. Self-love is selfless love. Self-love, real self-love is selfless love. It's not ego-based, meaning the more we have true self-love, the greater we are with the world around us, the people around us. Because the self that we're learning to recognize and love within is the same self we share with all of life. There is one big S self, one big C consciousness, wearing all of these costumes. You can share your questions in the comments. You can also bring your questions to my Sunday satsang series, the first 3 Sundays of each month. Occasionally one Sunday gets moved. Enjoy yourself. May the fruits of our work together uplift all beings as well as the earth. May we be happy, may we be well, and may we feel loved. And so it is. Namaste. I'll see you soon.